Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Make some noise!
What's cracking, dog? What it do? This is R2 Radio. R2 Radio? With a homeboy Roro and your homegirl Risa. Check it out.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to R2 Radio. I'm Roro, an American rapper and producer from Orlando, Florida, and I got my partner right beside me. Go on and introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? R2 Radio へようこそ。シンガーソングライターのリサです。
So for those tuning in for the first time tonight, let me give y'all a brief description of what R2 Radio is about. R2 Radio is a radio and video show that covers Japan's culture, worldwide trends, the dopest music, and interviews the biggest names in entertainment. It could be DJs, musicians, recording artists, dancers, actors, and many more. So for today's show, our special guest is a bassist, songwriter, arranger, and producer, and he stopped by the show to chat with us. So without further ado, let's welcome to the show, Kenji Hino, aka Jino. Welcome to R2 Radio.
What up, everybody?
Yeah.
R2 Radio.
Welcome to the show.
Man, good to see y'all.
Yeah, good to see you
It's
too.
been a hot minute.
Yeah, it's been a while,
Right?
like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Well, not since, it's been a while.
No, since we first were like
First met, it was like 5-6 years.
with
But yeah.
DJ Honda.
Yeah,
and my
your
pops.
father, legend,
Terumasa Hino.
yeah, that was
We all jammed together.
Yeah, that was a dope
That
tour.
was
yeah.
man. Thanks for inviting me, bro.
Oh, no problem. We're happy to have you here on
Yeah,
the show
man.
today.
Good to see y'all. Shit.
はい、今回の R2 レディオはベーシスト、ソングライター、アレンジャー、音楽プロデューサーの日野JINO賢治さんをスタジオへお迎えしています。皆さん番組最後までインタビューをお楽しみください。
So be sure to hit us up on IG at R2 Radio. You can also send your emails and requests to r2radio@gmail.com.
はい、皆さん R2 レディオのホームページ、SNS もぜひチェックしてください。ホームページは r2radiojp.com です。そして皆さんメッセージも受け付けています。アドレスは r2radiojp@gmail.com までお願いします。
So we got an interview coming up with Jino, but first, let's get to some music. Okay, Jino, can you introduce the first song and you start whenever you're ready?
All right, this song is called "She's No Good," and let me give you a quick rundown about this song. It's about a girl that I was dating, and she wouldn't let me go to her house. She would always sleep over my place. I'm like, okay, something wrong. And she was giving me some crazy excuse, like her brother got a girlfriend and some, you know. But then I found out that she, had a man for 6 years.
Oh, wow.
So I wrote a song called "She's No Good."
So this is for you, girl, out there.
Yeah,
you know
who you are. Check it out. It goes something like this. Hit it. Ha. I thought you loved me, girl. Thought our love was for real. Didn't know you was playing me, girl. It's such a fool I fell for you. Then you go take my money and run. Shit, I leaving me hanging, feeling dirty. What am I supposed to say now? When you had a man all along there, bitch. Ain't nothing but a party, baby. We did R2 Radio. Oh. That's right, bitch. You know what that shit is. Come on, girl, you know what you did. Stop lying. Here we go. Sing it. Dim light is a bitch. I still got my soul and dignity. Can't eat or sleep now. Got to take my heart and let it so. She no good. She ain't good for me. She no good. Baby, why you do those things? Ooh, damn. Biatch. Life is a biatch. Okay, here comes my short solo. Check it out. It's only... bass right here. But thanks to the Fender, it's making me sound great. She's no good. Baby, she's no good for me. I think I'm on a solo here. Yo, Romo's freestyle for me about she ain't good.
I'm gonna let you handle that now, baby.
Sure?
Yeah.
Damn, she's no good. All right, we're gonna pay that right here. Yeah. Damn, she's a bitch. Here we go. She's no good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And that was She's No Good. Welcome back. You're listening to R2 Radio with me, Roro, and
Risa.
And our special guest,
Jino.
Yeah. So Risa, can you briefly introduce the guest for the listeners, please?
OK、ここで今回のゲスト日野JINO賢治さんについて軽くご紹介します。ベーシスト、ソングライター、アレンジャー、音楽プロデューサーなどマルチタレントの日野JINO賢治さんは日本が誇るジャズトランペッター日野照正さんの次男として東京に生まれ、7歳の時に家族と一緒にニューヨークへ移住。音楽専門ハイスクールを卒業後、ベーシストとしてジャコ・パストリアス、ハービー・ハンコック、24丁目バンドギタリストのハイラム・ブロックなど数々の一流ミュージシャンと音楽活動を行い、2003年に活動拠点を日本に移し、アルバム「ワンダーランド」でソロデビュー。その後、日本のアーティストミーシャ、アイ、デフテック、西野カナ、来日アーティストと数多くのトップアーティストたちをサポート。2009年には日野JINO賢治さんとジェフ宮原さんが共同で作曲編曲を手掛けた西野カナの楽曲「君に会いたくなるから」が110万枚を超えるミリオンヒットとなります。現在もレコーディングのみならずプロミュージシャンや作曲などマルチアーティストとしてひときわ信頼を置かれる日本を代表するベーシストです。
Okay, thanks for that, Risa. Now let's get straight to our interview. Thank you so much for coming to our show. We really appreciate you coming to our show, man.
Man, thanks for having me.
I already know it's going to be a hype show.
Yeah,
I'm ready for
I
it.
can't stop smiling.
So I'm going to start with the English part first.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to let Risa go into the Japanese part.
Risa.
So I know you probably get this all the time, but what inspired you to do music?
Oh, man. Biggest inspiration was my pops. His record player would be playing Jimi Hendrix, Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Beatles, Otis Redding, Wilson Pickett, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, all the great music, man. Everything. Whether it's white, yellow, red, or white, it didn't matter. He just loved playing good music. And that's why I grew up. The funniest thing is when I became a musician, when I started playing with some musicians, I was like, man, I know this song. My father wrote this. But then it wasn't. It was just a famous cover that he used to play when I used to go see my pops play at the gig. And I'm like, oh, that's his song, right? and then I'll be like semi-professional. I'm getting good. So I'm playing with, cats that can play music. And I start playing. They're like, yo, did my father write this?
And you're like, that's my dad.
That's Miles. I was like, oh, shit, John Coltrane. I was like, oh, okay. So that was a trip. But yeah, my pops, man.
Big inspiration.
Yeah.
When we interviewed him, he told us that, when y'all was younger, he gave you a trumpet and gave your brother a bass. And he said,
right.
You took your brother's bass and you start playing with it. So what made you want to switch? Because he played trumpet. You can get everything about trumpet from him. But what made you want to switch from trumpet and you're like, I want this bass?
Well, trumpet, I tried my butt off on the trumpet. But every time I would play my horn, it didn't sound like my pops. How my pops sound elegant and beautiful, and my trumpet would sound like something that comes off like a supermarket or elevator and shit. That kind of. I've been trying to play these songs, and it sounds like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when my brother got the bass, I was like, yo. Whoa, Stanley Clarke, Marcus Miller, Louis Johnson, Jocko, and all these great bass players, right? And I was like, damn. I figured if I can get a groove on the bass instead of a trumpet, I thought I could, go on a date with a sister. I know Marvin Gaye. I know Stevie Wonder. Let me play that. And they're like, damn, boy, you're Chinese or you're yellow, but you sound good, honey. You got no ass, but that's what they used to tell me.
Oh, really?
You're cute, but I'll break you.
Oh, really?
So please break me. Please. Yeah, it was like that, And then I thought, if I keep on playing bass, I could play with my pops,
I see.
And that's how we connected. If I didn't do that, I wouldn't met y'all, down in T-shirt, right?
Yeah.
So there we go.
Also,
full circle.
Yeah, there it is now.
There it is. There it is.
I remember you telling me a story when you first started playing in Japan with a lot of artists. You said you didn't really tell people who you was or your background. You created the name Jino, for yourself. What made you want to do that and go in that direction?
Because, see, when I used to come to Japan on summer vacation, and then I'll go hanging out with my pop's gig, right? Like these staff would be like on my six, they'll be like, hey, you can't stand here, buddy. Go over there. あっちに来なさい. It's like, and then, すいません, I'm sorry. And I go, right? But then somebody's, that's Mr. Hino's son. Oh, I'm sorry. Ice cream? You want some ice cream? I'm like,
oh, really?
I'm like, nah, man. Homie don't play that. You ain't real.
Yeah.
And plus, being a musician, if they hear my name, Hino, it's like, are you related to?
They already gone.
And then everything was cool to there. I'm talking to a late girl, I'm talking to some musician, and they're like,
they
how's your father? Oh my God, and they just changed. I'm like, nah. I was like, nah. In New York, people, Kenji Hino, so they call me Kenji Hino. Kenji Hino, all the Italians, Kenji Hino, Jino.
Yeah.
And I was perfect. Coming to Japan? Yeah.
That's my name.
Yeah, Jino.
I see it. That's cool. Cool story.
Yeah.
So when you started, as a career, your music as a career, was it harder for you when people found out who you was, because your father, he's a legend. So those are big shoes you had to fill in.
I know,
people
right?
expectations are going to be crazy high.
Oh, yeah.
So was it hard for you getting in the music business?
It's almost like a head game. It's like, you gotta prepare yourself. There's always gonna be one person who's like, of course you're great. Your pops is great. Or man, you suck. Your father's a legend. And you suck. So
it's either two ways.
And I tasted both of them. But I realized that it's like especially record company. They're like, hey, your father does jazz, but how come you don't have like straight ahead jazz on your album? And I'm like, maybe when I'm 50 or 60 I'll do that. Maybe I'll feel like doing that. But right now this is how I feel and this is how I want to express my music, And then I just realized that, hey, if I listen to Stanley Clarke or Marcus Miller or Jaco Pastorius or Louis Johnson or Richard Bona, they're not playing straight ahead jazz on their album either. But because this is a Japanese market, when I came to Japan and I got signed to Universal, and then they always they give me that. They
want you
come
to go
in
that
with the
way.
angle. They tell me. So at live I love playing bebop and I love jazz, and that's definitely part of my
Who you
soul.
are.
Yeah. But I'm into everything. All different flavors.
Yeah. So speaking of that, you're in everything. How was it growing up in New York and being around? I know your father being around so many musicians and just music constantly. How was that experience?
Man, it was a trip, bro. It's like I was forced to play trumpet, right? And 3 hours a day after coming home from school, then study, and then go play in Central Park, play football or soccer or baseball or whatever. So first it was kind of hard, but I got used to the routine. You know, you're a kid. All right, let me do my 3 hours trumpet, 2 stuff, and let me do a thing, and then let me go play. But then my pops would be like, yo, I got a gig tonight. Let's go hang out. And I'm like, wow, our Blakey's playing with my pops. I'm like, oh my God. Or stuff like that. I'd be like, man, Dad, when's your next gig? Man, you got school tomorrow. What are you doing? And that's how I met Jaco Pastorius too. I was setting up for my father, like being a roadie, and this guy comes in, ohayou gozaimasu. I was like, oh my God. He goes, do you know who I am? I was like, yes, Mr. Jaco Pastorius. He was like, hey. So he I guess he knew I was Japanese. I was like 14 or something. He was like, where's Terumasa Hino? I said, oh, he's in the back, man, backstage. He went back there, and then 5 minutes later, he went out of the club. So I was like, Dad, what's up? He's like, yo, Jaco's gonna come sit in tonight. I was like, oh. Because I've been eating nama Jaco. I don't know if you know Jaco Pastorius, but yo, he came and played, and it changed my world. Yeah, and then you know, I went to LaGuardia High School Music and Art. That's where I met the alumni came to play. It was Marcus Miller and Omar Hakim, Bernard Wright, all these people, Robert De Niro. They went to high school. So all these people come back and you know, either perform or give lectures and stuff. And I was like, man, that's great. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start playing bass. But then, you know, being around that was great. But also, it's like, you know, when you're a kid, you suck first. You know? It's like playing a basketball team. It's like, yo, if you got a black guy, let's choose. When you're choosing a team, you got a yellow guy, white guy, and a black guy, and a Indian guy. I got the first. I got that tall brother right there.
That's funny.
You know what I mean? It's like that. Yo, man, he must be Hino's son. He must be great. He can play anything. I was like, well, I don't know that song. I'll go practice now. You know? But little by little, you know, I pay my dues, play with a lot of people, and then met y'all.
And hit you. You know, so I know meeting a lot of artists and playing with them. Do you have any memorable stories playing with any artists over the years growing up in New York?
Yeah, of course. First time I played with Hiram Bullock, this great guitar player, it was a trip because he was just New York finest guitar player, and he played with so many albums. And I just saw a movie, Under Siege, with what's his name, that guy, Steven Seagal. He was in it, and Saturday Night Live Band, he was in it. And then little by little, I started working with like Macy Gray and Joe, R&B artist Joe, and a lot of singers, and Blondie, her name is Deborah, my bad. Yeah,
So many.
Call me, you know, and all these other artists, man. I just, being in New York was a great time, 80s and 90s. And then when I got signed, I came over here, and I really miss New York. But if I didn't come here, I wouldn't be here right here in this seat. So something must have been right. Yeah.
So from New York playing and Japan, what do you think are the differences? Because it's like New York, I'm pretty sure it's wild. Every night is something going on. But also Tokyo, it's the same thing. It's always something going on. So what are the differences?
All right. I think you know this too. Last 10 years, thanks to the SNS, to YouTube and all the great music, you can get it without paying money or going to see the show, you know? But of course you won't get the full
you won't get the full
experience. But it's there. So I think all the Japanese dancers, rappers, to singers, to DJs, to anybody who's doing music, they gotten better. Younger bass players and drummers and horn players and singers, they're listening to more, you know, not just like what your father used to sing, like my pops, you know, Marvin Gaye. They listen to some everything. It's right there, right? Information highway. So I think in that way, Japanese people are getting better, and it's it's fun. But if you go back to the States, you know the real deal. Like, oh, okay, that's the real deal. So you can't be too excited in being in Japan, but you know, I still play with a lot of great artists over
Yeah,
here, man.
so many great
Right, and I'm
artists.
sure doing radio, you meet so many.
Yeah, I
great,
mean so many. Yeah, it's a lot. So.
Yeah. So to me, it's just a culture difference, I think.
Yeah. So guitar, that's a nice one right there. But I see you had your own signature model. What is it? The
Alteria Z. Yeah. But lately, I just signed to a Fender group in July. Got a contract with them.
Oh, congrats.
I'm the third bass player in Japan to sign with this brand.
Oh, that's pretty big.
And my models kind of come out in my super swim model. No. So it's model in next year, August. And they're gonna announce that Fender. I just had a photo shoot today.
Oh, really?
And an interview, and and a new line of basses that's coming out.
Oh, so we got exclusives now.
Yeah.
You got something
You're
coming
the first
out.
guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's up.
I was gonna SNS today. I did.
Let me wait.
Yeah,
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, what is the process like when you come up with bass? Do you choose like the wood or the string? How is the
you go.
process?
You choose the wood, right? This is called ash, and this is called maple, and then the pickups. These are the microphones like this, which picks up the string. The funny thing I can do on my bass, if you're playing a track, I can play it right here. It's just like a microphone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you play anything on your iPhone. Yeah, on your iPhone.
My iPhone?
Yeah, just play anything, any sound, and this thing picks up. Like I'll tell you that these are pickups too. They're like mics. These pickups are like microphones. Check it out. Yeah. All right, give me that.
Is it getting this phone?
Yeah, and check it out. I'm gonna put it right here.
Oh,
It's really sensitive too. Yeah.
Can you hear it?来てる? もっと You can turn it up. Oh. All right. You gave a little.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Little
So
something.
it's a microphone. So the best microphones, which has a pickup, it's called Alnico 5 magnets. They're made in USA. So the USA pickups are really good. Then you got the preamps and whatnot. And as long as she looks sleek and sexy, I'm there.
That's it. So the bass. I seen you've played and worked with Marcus Miller. How was that? Coming from listening to him when you was younger to like playing with him. How was that experience with you?
I never thought Marcus was gonna ask me, "Yo, what you doing today?"
Oh.
I was like, "Oh, I'm on the plane from. I'm on the plane. I'm on the plane going back to Tokyo from Hokkaido." I'm like, "Yo, man." Alex, that's his sax player. Alex, he got a blister on his lip, man. So, won't you come down and play with me? I'm like, what? I'm like, wait, say that again? I was like, you're Marcus Miller, man.
Yeah.
You don't need me. You're the master of everything. And he was like, nah, man. If you're not there, we're just gonna play jazz, and all the people are gonna be like. Sleepy, man. If you come and we battle or we do something together, funky, everybody's like,
Oh man.
So he asked me to play in his bandstand. I was like, man, I was so honored. I cried,
Oh, wow.
I didn't show him my tears, but I was
like,
so honored, man. Yeah. But anybody that I work with, that have that something that's shining, that's warm, and that's beautiful, and that transcends spiritually or that to me, I don't care about the money, man. I just want to work with people like that. That's it. That's gonna make my heart grow and gonna make my playing better, hopefully. That's it.
Yeah. And I see that because you always play and you always look like you always mentor a lot of musicians and stuff, and it's like you give inspiration with your music. But I know when people give a lot of stuff, they have to get it. So where did that inspiration come from? Where you give out? Where did it come from?
Man, it comes from all forms of life.
Yeah, I guess
It could be the cereal that you ate with the mango in it.
That's inspirational.
Yeah. Or it could be a family member, or it could be, a little thing. Or it could be inspiration from movies, man. I watch like 10, 15 to 20 movies or TV shows. We were just talking about Steve, right?
Yeah.
On Netflix and also on Apple TV. Yeah. So, I always get inspiration from movies and stories and people and love and food and I try to incorporate everything to get that inspiration, and from either working out sometimes or from anybody, man.
I guess it's like a circle of life. You get it, then you give it back, and somebody gives it back. Just keep going around.
That's
cool. So you seem to play with a lot of musicians, but also your father you play with. How was that feeling? Just playing with your father on stage and just giving music to people, around the world. How was that feeling for you?
Man, same thing. Like, he always inspires me, man. Every time I play with him, I feel like, damn, I gotta go home and practice now. I'm like, man, the way your heart is amazing. That cat is, I've played with so many different cats, and he's one of a kind, definitely. And I feel honored. I feel like I'm his son, but on the bandstand, sometimes I don't feel like I'm his son. I'm like, I'm there to make him look good and give him the funk so he can ride on that, And after the gig, we're like, yeah, man, you sucked. Or, man, that was great. So, we feel like family,
Y'all critique each other like that? Oh, that's pretty cool. This long been doing music but still critiquing each other, I think that's what makes the best musicians and artists, if you critique each other, you always try to get better. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I felt like, damn, he's like, you got better. And I was like, yeah, but Dad, you got way better. You keep growing. What's up? You're in the 70s.
Where you gonna stop?
You're still kicking it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I see. So, you do a lot, but any new music you got coming out or any projects you're working on?
Yeah, I've been working with this guy, DJ guy, Jeff Mills, and I've been working with him for like 5 years now. We're working on our 4th album, and he's coming next week to do a show by himself somewhere, some club, But he's a different kind of DJ. If you got some time, man, if you want to come down. Man, he's like, we toured Europe, we toured Paris and Marseille and Italy, and we played Japan and Kobe. And he's one of a kind of DJ where he's not spinning records. What he does is he's got a drum machine. He plays it live.
Plays it live. Oh, I see.
And then he had a hit called Bell, but he's everybody's telling me, man, he's like the pioneer of techno. He made the techno music.
Oh, really?
So so where he went from techno before he was into jazz, so he wanted to
merge it all together.
Yeah, and he found me through YouTube. My manager told me.
Oh, really?
He's like, yo, man, you're the best cat in Japan or something. You're crazy. So he asked me, and he's coming next week. He's doing a show, but we're doing 2 days of recording with this couple Japanese guest stars in there. Yeah, and it's gonna be hot. Yeah.
I definitely want to come to the show whenever it is. Yeah.
He's from Detroit.
We're from Detroit. Oh, yeah. Hardcore Detroit.
And the keyboard player is coming from Detroit also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Gerald, and another techno keyboard lady. So it's bass and him DJ, but he plays percussion and beats and stuff, and some bass lines too sometimes. And this girl, Yumiko, she plays bass lines too, and like techno, but it's like sitting on the edge, the music, because it's not just a regular, what do you call it, EDM. It's like it morphs, it changes.
It keeps changing.
Yeah, and the cat, it's gospel and jazz keyboard player, Gerald. Yeah, it's bad, man.
So they do it all live?
Yeah, we do everything live.
Wow.
So the recording is live, mostly. 90% live,
So how do you practice for it just when they come here? I know, you're a pro, so you can pick it up quickly, but...
We don't practice, we just create.
Oh, really?
Right there on spot.
So your performance is like
jamming.
created. Wow.
But we know how to jam with each other, so we don't get in the way. And if something goes wrong, like Jeff will pull us back.
I said, okay.
It's something to see. It's different. Yeah, it's cool. But he feels like he had like 5,000-6,000 people by himself, touring all over Europe and yeah. So he doesn't really need us, but he wanted to do something more.
Just do something different.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. So speaking of touring around, do you have any like culture shock moments? You grew up in the States, so it's not really much you can see that you get surprised about anywhere.
Yeah, Japan, man. In Japan. Okinawa, I'm like, man, you eat this? Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. It took me a while to, because coming to Japan was a trip. I couldn't eat like beef tongue.
Yeah, I can't eat that. Actually, I ate that in Sasebo and I threw up.
Right after.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I can't.
Or say horse meat. You know.
I tried it. It's okay.
It's okay. But first I was like, man.
Yeah.
I was like,
You know the crazy part about that was we just had rode horses, and then we went to a restaurant. They're like, okay, it's horse meat. You're like, okay, this is different.
horsing around, bro. You're
Yeah,
horsing
that's
around.
crazy,
No,
you
that's
know?
crazy though. Yeah, so some food, culture shock. And first time I went to onsen, the hot spring, where the ladies and men are together.
Oh, where that's at?
I'll tell you after the show, bro.
Okay, yeah, you gotta give me the detail.
Actually, I was on tour with Misia, and she was like, she had a couple days to do some promo, so the management brought us to for 3 days to like that kind of spot, like really in the mountains. But then I didn't realize you still have to cover yourself, even though it's unisex. I was like, oh wow, okay. And my boy was like, put your towel back on, son. I'm like, oh, really?
Oh, you didn't realize it
No,
was
because they were telling me. They're telling me it's unisex. I was like, okay, everybody's like
So
that.
you just walk it out.
Right. I'm like, they're like, no, Gino. And see, that cute girl left because of you. I was like, really? Well, that was all me? I was like, I'm sorry.
That's funny.
That's funny, right? Yeah.
I haven't heard of that because I love onsens. I
me
always go, and so that's the first time I heard it. So yeah, you
I know,
definitely
right?
gotta give me that information.
But I heard stories like, all my friends like, yo, if you go, you're gonna see, only old ladies, But this place was like really exclusive. I think in the mountain with the river, and it was really beautiful. So we went, but none of the background singers came. It was us with the drummer and keyboard player. The drummer.
Maybe it's good because after when y'all rehearsing, it would have been weird. It was like, okay,
Yeah,
So-
you're right.
yeah. So, that was good.
That was good.
So, you talked about project, you talked about music, but like, what advice could you give for a young, or not even young, anybody who wants to play bass? What advice would you give to them?
Man, bass is such an easy instrument, dudes. Dudettes. Because it's only got 4 string, right? And it ain't like violin or saxophone where you need a teacher to, no, you're not playing that, the embouchure is not right. Your mouth has to be like this, or your violin, your elbows gotta be like this. Man, just pick up a guitar or bass. Anybody can get good, and you ain't gotta be a virtuoso. You pick any song that you like. It could be Beyonce to Bruno Mars to some easy rock song, whatever. Just follow, man, and get your fingers a little. First, it's gonna be hard because, of course, it's a new instrument, and your fingers not used to. Your finger muscles are not used to pressing down on a metal strings.
You gotta grow calluses in your hand.
Yeah, little by little. But if you play lightly and you play from your heart, you'll see. You're gonna have so much fun, and you're gonna make your life happier, and you're gonna make other people happy. So I think not just bass, all instrument, but bass is only 4 strings, man. You ain't gotta count like the 6-string guitars.
Yeah.
It's easier, man. Yeah. So that's the only advice I can give. It's fun. That's it.
It's great advice. Well, thank you so much for that. That does it for my part. I want to go more,
you
but
can go.
we're gonna go. We're gonna go to Risa's Japanese part.
All right, Risa.
But before we do that, we're gonna get back to some music. So,
Yes.
Alright.
what is the second song that you're gonna play for us?
Okay, so after She's No Good, took my money and left, right? and I still loved her, so it was cool. I was like, no, we can still go out. And then she decided to go out with my boy for 1 month, and that was it. That's where I cut it off. And then I wrote this song after that because I fell in love again with the right person. And it's called Number One.
Number one. Oh. Okay, let's go.
All right, hit it. Bring it up. Give me more music, yeah. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, thanks. I'm dreaming about you for 24/7. My missing note, baseline or two, 'cause you're my universe. I need to see you now, 'cause my heart is broken to move just too far. You shine so bright, so beautiful. Can't imagine life without you. You make every day worth living for. I know I didn't mean to break your heart too. Don't go, let me love you right and make it better. This time it's for real, baby. I'll be your number one, never gonna let you go. Gonna love you forever and ever. You'll be my only one. Hold me tight, don't let go. Together forever and ever. 'Cause I love you. I'm thinking about you for 24/7. My beloved, my kid, forget my Fender bass, 'cause you're my everything. I'm gonna be where you are, 'cause I got a heartache, that's right, all because you. You bring me love so beautiful. Can't imagine life without you. You make every day worth living for. I know I didn't mean to break your heart too. Don't go, let me love you right and make it better. This time it's for real, baby. I'll be your number one, never gonna let you go. Gonna love you forever. And I know it's cheesy, yo. You'll be my only one, don't let go. Hold me tight, baby. I think I'm gonna solo right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a bass, not a guitar. Can I get higher? Check it out.
Okay, let's see.
I'll be your number one, never gonna let you go. Gonna love you forever and ever. You'll be my only one. It's not like she's no good, bitch. It's all good.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. And that was number one by Jino.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Welcome back. You're listening to R2 Radio with me, Roro, and
Risa.
our special guest,
Jino!
Yeah. So be sure to hit us up on IG at R2 Radio. If you want to send us a request, you can send it to r2radiojp@gmail.com.
はい、R2 レディオのホームページや SNS もチェックしてください。r2radiojp.com で検索できます。
Okay, that was dope. I like the series about it breaking hard and coming together. So,
Yeah.
And so I wish we could talk a little more, but maybe I'm gonna let Risa go first,
Okay.
and she gonna do the Japanese part.
All right, that's
So
good.
you take it from here.
Okay.
Yeah.
はい、ではここからは日本語でジノさんへインタビューをしたいと思います。はい、先ほどもちょっと触れていたんですが、生まれは東京、そして7歳の時にニューヨークへ移住されていますが、
そうなんだよね。ちょうどね6歳で何歳になったんだよね、その年ね。
あ、そうなんですね。
そう。
じゃあ当時のジノさんってどんなお子さんだったんですか？
どうなんだったらね、多分ね、落ち着けがないって親父が言ってたね。てか周りが。
ああ、そうなんだ。
I'm always なんか走り回って、
running around.
running around そしていつもトラブルになって、なんかいつも怒られてたね。
そうなんですね。
いろんなものに興味があったみたい。
ああ、なるほど。
スポーツも大好きだし、音楽も好きだし、なんか初めてアメリカに行って、マクドがあるからいいなと思って。
なるほど。
初めは、6 years old でしょ、6歳じゃん。マクドがあるんだ、アメリカは。どこでもマクド行けるんだ、みたいな。But then, でバーガーキング食べた時に何歳かな、びっくりしたね。
やっぱり全然違いました。
だから日本に夏休みに来た時にこれがないじゃんとかメキシコ料理が食べれないとかキューバ料理が食べれないとか、
そうですよね。
ニューヨークの中華料理が美味しいとかいろいろ、でも日本でしか食べれないものもあるから、でどんどん、小さい時に例えばおじいちゃんとかおばあちゃんが、さっき言ってたように温泉行くって夏休み絶対に行くわけよ、温泉に。俺2ヶ月しか日本にいれないのに、どうして3日間4日間、温泉に行くのやだみたいな、そんなのやだよゲーセンしかないじゃんみたいな。
なるほど。
でも大人になって、温泉ってどんなに体にいいくて、心と温まるし、スピリチュアルでいいなと思って、
なるほど。
特に綺麗な景色、海とか山とかの温泉とか大好きですね。でも小さい時はそれが分かんないから。
そうですよね。やっぱり楽しいことをしたいですもんね。動き回ったりとか。なるほど、なんかアメリカへ移り住んで、初めて感じたカルチャーショックってありますか？
みんなが挨拶するの知らない人がはいちょっと誰 Who are you? みたいな、誰ですかHey, how you doing? 俺に喋ってんの You talking to me? Do you know me? オタク誰みたいな、おじさん、お姉さん、おばさん、挨拶するっていうことがフレンドリーでいいんだなと思って。確
かに、特に東京ってあんまりそういうのなかったですか？
昔はないね。やっぱりほら日本人ってやっぱり日本人の良さが恥ずかしいとか、ちょっとお友達になって仲良くなったらガーってなるけど、それまではちょっとさ、
そうですよね。
ねえ、シャイじゃない日本人。
そうですね。
で外人の方が Yes baby come on 外人女性がダメです、日本人は嫌です、嫌なんだ、じゃあ帰ります、いや帰んなくてもいいダメです、ダメ、もうやめます、帰りますって帰んなくてもいい、これもう分かんない
確かに、確かに。
Culture shock. Yeah, love, food, and
yes, way different.
Yeah.
確かに、面白いです。じゃあ逆にアメリカの方が合ってた感じですよね、ジノさんには。
どうなんだろう。だってさ、俺の親父もなんか、お前絶対大人になったら日本に興味持つよって言ったわけ。待って。本当かなって、親父ジャズやってるでしょ、みんな外人と黒人と外人とジャズやってるでしょ、そしてあれ奥さんは金髪でしょ白人でしょ、で食べ物ベジタリアンになっちゃって、どこが日本なんだよってWhen Japan みたいに言って
なるほど。
でも日本に来たらやっぱりそれがやっぱり日本のカルチャー好きになったり、僕が住んでる時にほらニューヨークだから、もう銃がいっぱいあったからさ、でやっぱり、ミーシャンだったからそんなに、頑張って、お仕事してたけど、住んでたとこがちょっと、家賃が安いとこだったからさ、時々聞こえるんだよね、バンバンバンバン、誰かが死んだとかさ、とかI got mugged、これやられた来て、でも命をもらう、ベース取られた、ベース3本取られた今までジュエリーからパスポートからグリーンカードからもう全部持っていって、それじゃもう大変なの。そしたら You gotta go to the immigration でしょ、イミグレーション行ってグリーンカードまたして、パスポート行ったら、誰かがあなたのパスポート持ってるの、このでAlright 電話番号で電話したの、そしたら俺お前のパスポート$50であげるって言って、$50 詐欺$50で返してくれるパスポート、何これここに来いって言ったら、何時何分に、じゃあ$50持ってきて、just in case ね、言ったらこんな小さいやつだったからみたいなアホみたいな$50こんな感じだった
なるほど、すごい。
そういうのがさ、アメリカはいっぱいあるからさ、日本はさ、もうちょっとさ、小さいじゃん、It's like アメリカの方が20何倍大きいじゃん。
そうですね。
だからいろんな人がいて、いろんなカルチャーでいろんなあれだから、日本はやっぱりほら、いいとこも、俺は日本もアメリカ人もすごく心が大きいとこ好きだから、それがおまわりさんであったり、それが、高校生がこうおばあちゃんがこう歩いてて、 席を譲りますみたいな、そういうの見るとかっこいいなとかすごいなとか、俺目見てこうやったりしたこいつ誰このおっさん何サムズアップやってんの何 OK なってやってんのこいつみたいな当たり前のことやってんだよみたいなさ。でもそういうのってやっぱりさ世界中あるからみんな同じなんだなと。
なるほどなるほど、そうですよね。わあでもニューヨークはなんかいろんなことたくさんあったと思うんですけど、今思うとニューヨークはジノさんにとってどんなところですか？
ホームですね。
ホームやっぱり
First がやっぱり日本がホームだったから、6歳、半まで日本にいてであっち行った時に、寂しいなばあちゃんいないとか、いいとこに会えないとか、ポッキー食べれないじゃんプレッツポッキーカッパエビセ Where do you get that? でも Wait a minute Doritos? Snickers? Three Musketeers? Twix? Hey Skittles?
A lot of options
アメリカもやばいねみたいな。
なるほど。
だから
新しい発見が、
だからどっちもね、いいね。
やっぱどっちもいいとこがありますよね。では2003年から活動拠点を日本に移されているんですが、日本に戻ってきて活動を始めた時に苦労したこととか逆に嬉しかったことってありました？
やっぱり日本人だなっていう感じさせてくれたのが日本が全国いろいろ回って、こうみんなジノってあんまり日本語うまくないから読めないからとかさ、それちょっと初め苦労したね。初めてお財布盗まれた時に交番に行ってさ、じゃあ身分証明書自分で書いてくださいって言って、僕日本語書けないんで、ローマ字でイングリッシュで新宿区とか書いていいってローマノーって言われた、ダメって言われた。じゃあマイアシスタント弟子に書いてもらう No, you have to do it 自分で書きなさいって言われて交番で
時々ありますねそういうのはね。
だからそれじゃあ分かったっつって、携帯見ながら書いて渡したらその人のリアクションがこう見てこんなに小学1年生よりの以下のレベルの感じみたいな、だからそこはちょっと苦労したのね。ちょっとでも反対にそのポジティブのその嬉しかったことは、反対に、子供ができて子供がもう大きくなってきて、パパこれ読めないから読んであげるよと。ありがとうって。誰かに聞くよりも子供たちが They teach me Japanese だからsometimes they be like これ日本語読めないでしょパパみたいな、でも英語見れないじゃん英語わかんないじゃんだからホームワークで宿題は英語は聞いてくるね。
なるほど
算数ってそれはこんな感じ。
かわいいですねそれでは日本のアーティストミーシャや愛、西野カナさんとかと、演奏や制作をした時の思い出ストーリーとかってあったら教えてもらえますか？
みんな一人ずつ素晴らしいから、西野カナさんに書いた曲君に会いたくなるっていう曲は、福原美穂さんに書いたんですよ。
そうなんですね。
でもレコード会社が彼女に会わないってパスされちゃって、
そうなんだ。
かなちゃんがこれ歌いたいってなって、それでちょっとそのタイミングで彼女がブレイクしたのかミリオンセラーになったのかって言って、でほとんどそのエピソードがそれがヒットしたから、ミュージックステーションやるから、マネージャーから電話かかってきて譜面くださいって言って、あれ俺覚えてないんですよただピアノで弾いてこんな感じで書いていいねって録音したから、で、もっといいピアノス使ってやろうと思ったんだけど、プロデューサーがジーノこれでいいよ、お主のちょっと荒い下手くそなミュージシャンっぽいピアノでってなって、でそれがマネージャーさんすいませんこれどうやって弾いたか忘れちゃったしただ弾いてしんべい弾いてみたいな感じだったから、打ち込みってそういう感じなの時々。
そうですよね。
ビート作っててもさ、どういうビートだっけとかいっぱい作ったらプロデュースとかさ、作ってたらね、
そうなりますよね。
で愛ちゃんはもうマイシスターだから、いつもツアー行く前に彼女の LA のお家に行って、もうダウンタウンが見える景色でプールがあって、もうちょっと昼のいいとこに進んでて、 でグランマダーおばあちゃん会った時に完全にイタリア人だった 100%、そうママがバーバルでハーフだから、彼女はコートアなんだよね、サチという妹、だからよくLA に行ってダンス、なんかダンスリハーサルやってる時に曲を作ったり曲を長さとか、そしてでもう本当にもう、She sings from the heart だから大好き。ミーシャも同じ。
そうですね。
時々泣いちゃう。なんかあんまり歌詞を聞いてたら If I listen to the lyrics too much、すごい切ないこと言うと、だからもうオフんないでください。いやもうね、ボーカルオフ泣いちゃう。もう感情的になっちゃう。
なりますよね。私も学生の時ずっとミーシャ聞いてました。わかりますそれ。わーすごいですね。なんかもう一人ずついろんなストーリーがありますね。それでは次に今年4月からJino's School of Music を、開講されているんですが、そのことについて教えてもらえますか。
OK、 今ねいろんないいチームを、組み合わせて、なんか知らないけど校長先生になっちゃったのね。
おーすごい。
校長に見えないでしょこうちょっと見てもこうなんかそれ無理やりやらされたみたいに、でもちゃんとビジネスになってるから、まだいい方だと思うんですけど、教えるっていうことはすごく自分も勉強になるから、I love teaching because you get so much feedback、で反対にヤングマインドとか若い人たちのそのアプローチの考え方とか、どうやってこれを、学んでいくのかっていうのを見るプロセスが大好きで、この子絶対に1年後にすごいなってなったり、今、16歳から教えてた、荒井和樹って今、キングヌーっていうバンドでベース弾いてるんですよね。まだ若いのに、でも彼、成功したり、村田孝之っていうベーシストも郁夫さんっていうベーシスト、日本のトップの、ベーシストと、あとナルチョと成瀬さんっていう人と一緒に、チョッパーレボっていうバンドや3ベースでやってるのね。で彼もそれで成功して、雑誌の、なんていうの表紙になったりとか、だからすごい向いてるみたい、こうやって、あと今でもジャムるからさ、
そうですよね。
そう、時間あったらジャムセッションに来て一緒にジャムったりして、もういつもそういうのが大好きなんで。
わーいいですね、すごい向いてると思います本当に。日本のミュージシャンって結構海外に留学して、なんか音楽とか学んだりすること多いじゃないですか、逆にジノさんから、ジノ校長先生から見て日本の音楽教育にもっとこれ取り入れたらいいのになとか思うことってあります？
それをやろうとしてます。やっぱりマンツーマンとか、あとやっぱりフィーリング、音楽の、その音楽のグルーヴはどうやったら、音楽を聴いて、ドキドキするのと、あと気持ちいいのと、リラックスできるの、音楽ってほらいろんな面でいろんな、レベルがあるじゃないですか。それがエキサイティングだったり、スポーツやってる時にワークアウトしてるこれ聴いたらすごく、もうちょっと走れるとか、なんか切ないすごい繊細な音楽聴くと、やっぱり自分が男の人って俺思うんだけど繊細じゃない人が多いじゃない。俺たち転んだらさ泣いちゃダメだぞって、ケンジジーノ転んだら泣くない男の子じゃん、女の子ね、転んだら泣いていいわよみたいなYou can show the emotion、なんか日本人だけじゃなくて世界は女の子はエモくなってもいいみたい、エモーショナルになっていいみたい、で男性はそこを見せちゃいけないみたいに、でも音楽はさそれじゃないじゃない。
そうですね。
何のジャンルでもさどっかでさ、すごくエモくなったりすごく、繊細、スピリチュアルになったりすごくね、だからなんていうの、なんて言おうとしてんだろうね。
でもやっぱりエモーショナルから来るものをやっぱみんなに伝えていきたいですよね、ミュージシャンとか、
やっぱりさ上手い人いっぱいいて、俺今までいろんな人やったけど、やっぱり心に残る人、心から歌う人とか、やっぱりだからミーシャさんとか、なんかやばいな来た来たって、愛もストーリー歌ってる時来た来たとかなっちゃうんですよね。
ありますね。
でそれだけで、あとローカルのすごいシンガーもミシャもさ、You too Lisa、ね、みんなそれを持ってる人はさ心からやってる人が、俺も優先すると尊敬リスペクトしてる。
さすが、わーお、ありがとうございます。素敵なメッセージ。 ジノさん、それでは視聴者とファンの皆さんにメッセージをお願いします。
はい。Here we go. 皆さん、僕に会ったら声かけてください。で、音楽好きな人で音楽で成功したい人、うちの学校をチェックしたり、それから僕とお話ししましょう。お金とかいらないんで、まずはお話して、でいいプロジェクトがあったら僕誘ってください。僕は、音楽好きな人間で、できるだけみんなと仲良くして音楽やりたいタイプな人間なんで、遠慮なく声かけてください。よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。すごい嬉しいメッセージですね。
So thank you very much for coming to our
Man,
show. Yeah,
man,
big
bro.
shout
Yeah,
out to you,
yeah.
man. It was real fun.
Yeah.
High five. Yeah. Big shout out to Jino for stopping by and doing this interview with us, and we want to thank you all for watching our show. We see y'all next episode. We're gonna end the show with Jino one last song. We don't know what he gonna play, but he's gonna do something. So
Let's do something.
see y'all next show.
All right.
Peace. All right, Jino, let's go.
Yeah. Y'all need some bass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show us what you're gonna give us.
All right, check it out. This is some new stuff right here. Risa, R to the I to the S-A, Risa. Rolling down the street with Roro. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. R2. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ain't nothing but a jam.
Yeah.
Come on, Roro.
Okay, I do some. Yeah. Yeah.
Roro.
I try to play my music. They say my music too loud. I try to play my music. They say my music too loud. I try to. Hey, check it. I say way overseas, first class. I'm a freshman, married to the music. Vocals be the best, man. You say you gotta check up, but boy, this is just, man. Had to check that mate, so I know why that's stress, man. I get paid just to show you a no-show. Cry you a river cause you can't dim that Roro. Used to be broke but never punk like emo. Ain't quitting killing bills, no Tarantino. I am a tiger, why would I be lying? Relationship never fail, I relate to never buying. R-O-R-O with Jino and Risa in the studio. R2, yeah, go Jino, yeah, go Jino.
I'm going.
Hey, now we're gonna let him play it out to the end. Now let's go.
Here we go. That's all, folks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Man, likewise, right here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah. We out, baby.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.